Hey guys, welcome back to the End Times Dreamer, and I'm Ronnie Scadina. Today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't celebrate Halloween and what you should do with your kids instead. So today we're going to be talking about the subject of Halloween. As Halloween's approaching here in 2022, I'm going to just share with you, as a father who has 5 kids, the decision that I've made for the last 20 years on Halloween and participating in Halloween, and why I personally don't participate in Halloween at all as a point of testimony and personal conviction for me. So, a lot of Christians are okay with taking their kids trick-or-treating or going to a Halloween party, and they figure, well, we're not doing anything evil or anything dark, so it's just, it's not a big deal, and it's cute. Our kids wear cute little outfits, and it's just their imagination, and they don't know any different, and they're just going and getting candy. And it's almost like the Christian culture, or most people who say they're Christians, just don't see the harm in celebrating Halloween. And maybe you don't either. Maybe you don't really see why it's a big deal either. And so I'm just going to kind of share with you why I don't celebrate Halloween, and why, even though it appears to be innocent, it really isn't innocent. So some verses to share just from the scriptures that I'm going to share is one, in Ephesians 5:11, it says, "Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them." It says in Ephesians 4:27, "And give no opportunity to the devil." So I think it's important to know that Halloween is a demonic holiday. And even though, maybe you don't think it's demonic or dark, the reality is that the Church of Satan does more worship and sacrifices on the day of Halloween than any other day of the year. That it is the biggest occult day. And if you're a believer and you believe in something supernatural and amazing, that, Jesus rose from the dead, if you truly believe that Jesus is real, that he is God, that he conquered death, that he rose from the dead, then you have to believe that the Bible is clear about that there is a devil, and there is demonic forces, and there's dark things that go on. And so, if we train our kids, that it's okay to participate in dark things or things that are rooted in evil, then we lose the impact to speak into their lives, because we've allowed compromise. And participating in things that the world participating in things that are associated with demonic things and dark things in the most occult night of the entire year, for us as Christians, if we're going to compromise and allow our kids to do that, and we're going to do that, then we're opening ourselves up to letting the enemy wreak havoc in our own lives. And I would just say, just from a standpoint of wisdom, should we open up a doorway for the enemy to come in and bring destruction in our lives? And the scripture is really clear. It says, we shouldn't participate in the things of darkness, right? There's one more verse I want to share on this topic, and then I'm going to share with you what I do with my kids instead, in training them in Halloween, how to be close to Jesus. So I'm going to kind of share something that we've done with our children, that you might like the idea that maybe you want to do this with your kids. But the scripture that I'm going to read is Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. And it says, "You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of the demons." So it's saying, you can't do both. Like, you got to decide, either you're going to be following Jesus and carrying your cross and denying yourself and disowning what you want to honor God and to only participate in the things of the light, or you're going to compromise. But I would just submit and encourage to you to not participate in Halloween, because it is demonic, it is a cult, it's rooted in evil, and as Christians, as believers, we're called to walk at a higher level in our faith with Jesus. So anyways, hopefully that deposit some stuff within your heart around Halloween. What do I do with my kids on Halloween? So what I do with my kids on Halloween is, just like the devil tries to trick the world and take things that are designed to honor Jesus, he tries to steal the honor away from Jesus. I take and steal what the enemy tries to do in evil and do it for good to teach my kids to draw closer to Jesus. So for fun, what we do is I get my kids together, and over the years I've said, hey, look, think about the pumpkin patch where all the pumpkins are, that those are like lost people. Those are people that don't know Jesus, right? They're lost. And we are going to go to the pumpkin patch and we're going to rescue one of these pumpkins. And these pumpkins are like people. We're going to rescue them. We're going to bring the pumpkin back. And then we're going to open it up. We're going to cut it open. And then we're going to pull out all the nasty stuff, all the seeds and all that stuff, that gross stuff that represents like the sin in our lives. And we're going to get rid of all that stuff. We're going to take it out. We're going to clean it, just like Jesus comes in and cleans all the dirty stuff out of our lives, right? And we're going to get it nice and clean. And then once it's all cleaned out, we're going to take a candle and we're going to put a light inside of it. And that light is Jesus's light that's going to shine out of what used to be dark and dirty, right? And so it's something really kind of cute and it's sweet. It's something that we do with our kids, but it's a way to train them around what Jesus has done in our lives. So we turn what's supposed to be about, evil or candy or dark things or things that as Christians there's no impact for Jesus. It's just a night of compromise. It's a night where you open yourself up for destruction and instead realize, man, as a believer, if you're an adult, having conviction to deny yourself, to not participate in the things of darkness, to not compromise, to not, to minimize what Halloween is. And then at the same time, if you have children or family, to be able to use that to teach them about how good God is in our lives and what Jesus does inside of us and how he cleans us. And so I hope this helps you. If you're an adult that and a Christian, you're like, I don't know if I should participate in Halloween. I hope this speaks to you. If you're a parent and you have children, like little kids, this is a great way to, teach them about Jesus. And it's something you can share with other people that are parents too, about an alternative of how to use something that's meant for darkness and use it for the kingdom of light, which I know pleases the Father and it pleases Jesus. So anyways, I hope this helps. There's more I could say on this, but I would just say you shouldn't celebrate Halloween if you're a believer, because really, if you're honest with yourselves, it's compromise, it weakens your testimony, and if you let your kids participate in it, you're giving away the ability of making a greater impact in their lives throughout their lives, right? And hopefully as adults, they'll look back and go, yeah, my parents never let me participate in Halloween because it's dark and it's demonic and it's compromise. And I'm grateful that my parents didn't allow me to do that. And who knows, sometimes bad things happen to kids because it is demonic and dark on Halloween. And there's crazy stuff going on in the world. Like with this fentanyl drug that they made look like kids' candies. And so, I would just say, don't create the opening and train your kids the right way. The scripture says that if you train your kids in the way they should go, that when they're older, they won't depart from it. And that's a promise from God. And that promise falls on you if you're a parent, and maybe your kids are grown. But man, what a great way to speak in your kids' life now and maybe impact your grandkids, right? Or the people around you in your life as a believer. So hopefully this encourages you. Hopefully this is something that God will use in your life and other people's lives to draw people closer to him. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you want more content. I will be posting another video as we get closer to Christmas to talk about my viewpoint of Christmas. And a biblical take on that. Also, I post end times dreams that I get, prophetic dreams, Bible lessons, words of encouragement. So hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. Love to hear your input. Is there something you do for your kids for Halloween to draw them closer to Jesus? Is there a different viewpoint you have on Halloween as it pertains to Christians? Love to hear what you guys think below. Thanks for joining us at End Times Dreamer.